Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Hashir Ayad. I am the student of Rayan School, Islamabad, the Fed campus at foundation level. So, viewer, this is my chattgpt on the topic of Earth. So, let's start.
Bismillah, Hashir. I'm really excited to dive into this with you. The Earth is such a rich topic. There's so much history from geology to life and everything in between. What kind of angle were you thinking of starting?
What does the word Earth mean to you?
That's a great place to start. The word Earth comes from Old English and Germanic ruis. Essentially, it just means the ground or soil beneath our feet. Over time, it evolved to mean the whole planet, our home. So, in a way, it's both personal and universal.
Why is Earth called our home?
Exactly. In many languages, the name for the planet is derived from words that mean ground or soil. For example, in German, it's Erde. In French, it's Terre. So, yes, Earth is often called by a word that ties us back to the very ground we live on.
How did Earth form billions of years ago?
That's a fascinating question. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago from a cloud of gas and dust orbiting the sun. Gravity pulled that material together, and over time it cooled, formed a crust, and eventually gave rise to the first oceans and continents. So it's like a cosmic evolution from stardust.
How old is Earth according to scientists?
Earth is about exactly. According to scientists, Earth is roughly 4.54 billion years old. They've determined this using radiometric dating of the oldest rocks on Earth and even meteorites, which were formed around the same time. So it's an incredibly ancient planet.
What was Earth like when it first formed?
Yeah, in the very beginning, Earth was a really hostile place. It was mostly a molten ball of rock with constant volcanic activity. There were no oceans or atmosphere, just a hot, dense environment. Eventually, as it cooled, water vapor started to condense, forming the early oceans, and the stage was set for life.
How did oceans appear on Earth?
Yeah, so the oceans formed as Earth cooled down. Water vapor in the atmosphere started to condense, probably from volcanic outgassing. Over millions of years, rain fell, collected in low areas, and formed vast oceans. So water has been shaping Earth's surface for a really long time.
When did the first life forms emerge on Earth?
The first life forms appeared quite early. Scientists think it was around 3.8 billion years ago. These were simple, single celled organisms like bacteria living in the oceans. From there, life slowly diversified over billions of years.
How has Earth changed our time?
Oh, it's changed so much. Over time, Earth's continents have drifted due to plate tectonics, climates have shifted, and life has evolved. From the rise of oxygen in the atmosphere to the formation of massive forests and even the ice ages, Earth is constantly transforming.
What are the major layers of Earth?
Yeah, exactly. The layers of Earth tell this incredible story. We've got the crust on top, then the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Each layer formed at different stages, and they interact to shape everything from earthquakes to volcanoes.
Why is Earth unique among no planets?
Yeah, that's a really interesting fact. Even though Earth is moving, it's got a pretty stable orbit around the sun. Compared to the other planets, Earth is just the right distance, what we call the Goldilocks zone. So conditions stay pretty good for life.
How do scientists study Earth's history?
Yeah, so they use a whole range of tools. They look at rock layers, what we call stratigraphy, to see how different periods line up. They use radiometric dating, fossils, and even tools like ice cores or sediment samples, all to piece together Earth's timeline.
How did oceans appear on Earth?
Yeah, so the oceans appeared as the Earth cooled. After its early molten phase, water vapor in the atmosphere began to condense. Rain fell, collecting in the lying basins, and over a long time, those filled with water to form the first oceans.
What can fossils tell us about the past?
Fossils are like little time capsules. They give us clues about what life was like millions of years ago, what kinds of plants and animals lived, how they evolved, and even how climates and environments changed. So they really help us reconstruct Earth's history.
What were the first living organism on Earth?
Yeah, the first living organisms were likely simple single celled microbes, basically bacteria or archaea. These tiny life forms may have emerged in the oceans, possibly around hydrothermal vents, where conditions were just right for life to begin.
How did dinosaurs shape Earth history?
Oh, dinosaurs really left a huge mark. They ruled the Earth for about 160 million years, from the Triassic to the end of the Cretaceous period. They shaped ecosystems, evolved into countless forms, and then, of course, their extinction paved the way for mammals and eventually us.
Why did dinosaurs become extinct?
Yeah, the leading theory is that a massive asteroid impact about 66 million years ago caused huge environmental changes like blocking sunlight, cooling the climate, and disrupting food chains. That just wiped out the dinosaurs, except for their bird descendants.
How did mammals rise after the dinosaurs?
Yeah, exactly. After the dinosaurs went extinct, the world opened up. Mammals, which had been small and mostly nocturnal during the dinosaur era, suddenly had more space and resources. Over millions of years, they diversified and grew, leading to all the modern species we know today.
How did mammals rise after the dinosaurs? When did humans first appear on Earth?
Ah, great question. So mammals really took off after the dinosaurs, especially during the Cenozoic era. As for humans, the first Homo sapiens appeared around 300,000 years ago in Africa.
How did early humans interact with nature?
Yeah, early humans were really connected to nature. They were hunter gatherers, living closely with the land, following animal migrations, foraging for plants, and using natural resources to survive. Their myths, tools, and early technologies all grew out of that relationship.
What role did Earth play in the development of civilizations?
Oh, Earth was absolutely central. Early civilizations often formed around rivers, like the Nile, the Tigris, or the Ganges, because water and fertile soil made farming possible. Over time, that connection to the land gave rise to cities, trade, and complex societies.
How did rivers help ancient scientists grow?
Yeah, rivers were crucial. They provided water for drinking, irrigation for crops, and a way to travel and trade. Civilizations grew up along them, like in Mesopotamia or the Indus Valley. So rivers were kind of the lifeblood of early scientific and agricultural progress.
How have mountains influenced human history?
Yeah, mountains have shaped human history in so many ways. They've acted as natural barriers, which protected civilizations or kept them isolated. They also became spiritual centers. Think of places like the Himalayas or the Andes, and even influenced trade routes like the Silk Road passing through mountain passes.
How do volcanoes change our surface?
Oh, glaciers have been huge sculptors of Earth's surface. As they move, they erode rock, carve out valleys, and deposit sediment, creating features like fjords or moraines. So they kind of reshape landscapes over thousands or millions of years.
Why are forests important to Earth?
Oh, forests are absolutely vital. They produce oxygen, absorb carbon dioxide, stabilize the climate, and provide habitat for countless species. Plus, they help regulate water cycles and prevent soil erosion. So they're really the lungs and backbone of the planet.
What causes earthquakes?
Yeah, earthquakes happen mainly because of the movement of tectonic plates. When those plates shift, either by colliding, sliding past each other, or pulling apart, they release energy, and that's what causes the ground to shake.
How do continents move our time?
Exactly. The continents drift slowly over millions of years due to tectonics. So, what was once one landmass can break apart or come together, like when Pangaea existed, or how India drifted to collide with Asia, forming the Himalayas.
Why? What is the theory of plate tectonics?
Yeah, so the theory of plate tectonics basically says that Earth's outer shell, called the lithosphere, is divided into huge plates that float on the semi fluid mantle beneath. These plates move, interact, and that movement explains earthquakes, mountain building, and how continents drift over time.
How has Earth climate changed throughout history?
Yeah, Earth's climate has gone through big shifts from ice ages to warm periods. Things like volcanic eruptions, changes in the sun's energy, and even the slow rearranging of continents all played a role. Today, though, human activities are really accelerating climate change.
What caused the ice ages?
Yeah, ice ages were mainly Yeah, ice ages were caused by a mix of factors. Changes in Earth's orbit, called Milankovitch cycles, altered how much solar energy reached Earth. On top of that, gases, shifts in greenhouse gases, and even the arrangement of continents affected how heat and ice spread. So it was a pretty complex system.
What are the causes in the ice ages?
Ice ages are caused by a mix of factors, but a key driver is the slow changes in Earth's orbit. So the causes of ice ages are pretty multifaceted. They're influenced by changes in Earth's orbit, like those Milankovitch cycles, fluctuations in greenhouse gases, volcanic activity, and even how continents are arranged, which affects ocean currents and climate.
So this is my ChatGPT on the topic of Earth. So this is successfully done. ChatGPT already answer me all questions. So this is successfully done. So Assalamu alaikum Pakistan Zindabad.
Walaikum assalam, Hashir. I'm really glad it all worked out and that you feel good about it.